I'm going to go down to Pizza Boy for a slice after this. All right, we are here with Paul Miller and Brian Christiana. Brian, I was waiting for you to call the starting lineup.
I was waiting too. Technical difficulties here. It's all good though. It happens.
Well, welcome to East Penn High School for our final men's game of the season. The Knights come in at 7-14. Did have a late game on Thursday. We'll hope to get some more feedback from Brian about that, on how that contest went. Thursday's Thaddeus Stevens contest.
Yeah, I was told it was a victory.
A victory. Well, that's what we like to hear. So that puts the Knights at 8-14 on the season. It's not been one, if you'd ask them about it, that they're probably going to have a lot of fond memories. However, it's still been a victory nonetheless.
Yep. So again, coming off some momentum and trying to keep everything going.
Looks like the Knights only have two options off the bench today in Conti and Lewis. Kunselman and Dukes both out today.
I like the zone defense here to start the game off. 2-3 zone. So not a bad way.
Oh, way outside there, didn't go.
So yeah, the goal with this 2-3 defense is to try to make Manor shoot 3-point shots.
Manor comes into this game 5-9, Brian. Started off 1-8 to begin the season. Big three from Jackson, the freshman, averaging 11.6 per contest.
Like I told you, Paul, the goal was to force 3-pointers, and Manor just hit one.
You know, I've been on the DeModric Green hype train all year, so it's nice to see he's getting the start today. Also, Orr Philippe, that's going to be out of play.
It's a big day for Nate, you know, final home game here at East Penn High School. Come out hot and get a win.
The Hall of Famer, Brian Christiana here. This will be your last contest of the season. We'll be back with Tyler next week. Have you heard any of Tyler's games that he's been on?
That guy's he's a pro. He knows what he's doing every day. He puts a lot of effort in, and he has something to be very proud of.
Jackson from downtown again. It says one on the scoreboard. Did the Knights score a point yet, Brian?
Foul shot.
Well, that's going to tie the game there at 3.
Yeah, DeModric Green, great play there.
I've been asking for the Knights to do that all season, and Green's one of these bright future type of guys. I mean, he's going to come in next year, they may call the foul on him there.
When I was here, they were going with the normal gray uniforms. These look like brand new uniforms.
Green on the season, he's played in 18 games, averaging 8.7 minutes, only 1.9. So Brian, already only a couple minutes into the game, eclipsed his season average.
That's great. That is great for him. I mean, it's got to try to start this game off strong. I mean, you have 18 more minutes to go put a good fight in this game.
So, Brian, you know, I know I said that they started off 1-8, but to get them off that funk, great save there by Jackson, but the official didn't see it that way.
Oh, I mean, number 3 there, he saved the ball, hit it off Jaime Orr, and then actually went off or onto Jackson there. So,
well, what I was saying is, after they started off 1-8, Central Penn traveled to Manor College and unfortunately lost 93-85. So Manor has already beaten the Knights, and since that game, Brian, the Manor College Blue Jays have won 4 of 5. So definitely turned around the second half of the season at the Central Penn.
And that just tells you, don't give up. I mean, you can have a slow start to the year, and it can just keep getting better and better from there.
Well, let's take, I mean, we're going to probably be doing a lot of reflection on the season, Brian, since this is our final men's contest. So if you're talking a bit more, you have to give the Knights a ton of credit. Thaddeus Stevens with that victory, that means they've won 4 of their last 6. And if they could pull this off, I mean, they're not going to get to 500 this year because they only have one more game on the season. Gantz off from 3 and Jackson a rebound. That's what's going to be interesting is, Brian, what a rejection by Gantz up ahead to Allen. Trying to initiate the contact. They're going to call that a offensive foul, and quickly 2 fouls on Allen. Okay, they're going it the other way. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's a block. Yep.
Okay. Pardon me on that one?
Yeah.
Could have went either way because he was initiating the contact there.
They called it as at number 20 on Manor. On Manor's number 20.
That was where I was confused.
It's all good. It's not a bad
Even
way.
Dickie V gets confused sometimes, Brian.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Gantz trying to come up with a loose ball. What a play. Gantz has been on fire. Big rejection early. Remember, you can always check out the live stats of this contest at CentralPennKnights.com. We'll be checking in with her every few minutes and give you your leading scorers, rebounders, and assisters. Is that a word? Assisters?
I mean, I guess so. I mean, if it isn't,
If
it
not,
is now.
it is now.
It is now.
Yes, sir. Brian, it's always my pleasure to be here with you on these broadcasts. Nightly News Hall of Famer,
Yeah.
royalty.
Oh man, I thought you said something else. I was like, all right, but yes, I'm very thankful to be here.
It's my pleasure. What did you think I said?
But no, just a great day to be here, and I'm very excited.
Big
as always.
plans, Brian, for this year's Nightly News Hall about that, and we've just confirmed Brian doing the next film series.
Oh, we're letting. All right, I didn't know if we were letting that.
Well, the
out.
last
Right.
one's over, so on to the next one.
Hey, I'm very honored and I'm actually very excited.
Great steal by Gantz there.
Hopefully bring a good crowd down, and we'll have a good time.
Inside to Green, and Green can't get it to go. Tough defense by Manor College there, specifically number 23, Nasir Cook. Cook, a freshman, 13.1 points on the season. Top scorer for Manor College does not appear to be on the floor tonight. From the corner, the 3 ball. Mayhew can't
Good
get it to
effort
go.
there.
Gantz has been on fire thus far.
I like
Not
this
even
Gantz
necessarily
guy.
on the score sheet. Nate from way outside can't get it to go.
I really like this Gantz guy, Paul. He puts his heart out on that
You
court.
know, I got to tell you, I got the chance to talk to Kobe on the phone. He's in our communication program, and I was talking to him a little bit more. And he says that he's definitely looking forward to coming back next season because he only joined the team in January, and has his interest in playing overseas, and he's got some interest there by number 23, Nasir Cook.
Yeah, I'm a fan of this guy. He looks like
He's a great all-around player. He's got the size that he can rebound, but he's got the range that he can shoot. And obviously, he even played D with the big block earlier. He got Jaime wide open from outside. Just a little short as this game is tied at 7 with 15-12 left. In the first half.
got to find ways to score. Got to keep the ball moving. I'm a person that really believes a lot of coaches are into that 7-pass mentality before you get a shot up. I think that's something that really the Knights, if they were to look into that, could help spread the floor out.
Brian, I know that this is your first season coaching. How did that go? Cook with the 3.
You know, Paul, when you start off 1-0 and then you go 0-11 the rest of the way, it's definitely a blood pressure riser, as they say.
Yeah, but as much as and competitive as we all are, your team learned a lot, and you're going to come back next year.
I'm sure.
Even better.
I hope so. The kids, they're good kids. They're
It's the ball fake.
good kids, learning a lot, and it's just good to see kids have a good time out on the court.
I saw that you've been calling some games with your dad.
My dad and I, Mount Carmel basketball, which we talked about last time. We had a great time. We getting ready for playoffs now. It's going to be all girls basketball for playoffs, but we're going to have a good time and watch some good basketball.
Up ahead to Gantz, puts it on the floor. What a play! I think Gantz thought he intercepted it from Philippe.
I think he, I mean,
put it in anyway.
But I like the part that he did it with his left hand, Paul.
Oh, Gantz has been a revelation, and frankly, part of the reason why you can say the second part of the season, again, winning 4 of their last 6 contests. From way downtown, Koller with the rebound. Pulls up jump, and that's a nice shot there.
Good mid-range. That was good mid-range basketball right there.
or 3.5 on the season. 13 games started, 19 contests, and one of the top guys on our team in minutes with 21 per game.
That's good numbers, Paul. That's really good. And I mean, just to see the mid-range game get some loving there was really cool.
You know, being Super Bowl weekend, Brian, it's the same type of thing that we're having today, you know. As wonderful as it is to be here today with you, it's also bittersweet in that this is the last time that we're going to see this group of players together, at least until next October.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean,
and it truly means a lot to both of us to get to have this opportunity to do this for the Knights.
Yeah, it really is.
It's from outside.
Good shot there. Good shot.
That's Steph Curry territory.
And you said he joined the team in January?
Yes.
Good for him. He seems like a really talented basketball player.
Well, like I said, he has every desire and goal to be here next year, so we can see a lot of Kobe games next year. And he can move with the ball, too. It's very impressive. I say take it. Decides against it. And there by number 4. Eddie Fortescue. That name actually sounds familiar from last year. Inside move by Allen.
That was good passing, good execution there.
But, you know, it's wonderful that we have this opportunity to do this with you. I know that the guys all love when we come out and the packages we put together. Have you seen some of the photos Dylan's taken this year?
Yeah, that kid's talented, Paul.
He's done some amazing stuff.
Yep, I mean, last night he did the film series. I actually want to hear more about that from you guys and hear what you guys thought and everything. But
Dylan did a terrific job, and we're referencing Dylan Bowman, the nightly news photographer out here for our athletic events. You can always go to cpcnightlynews.com for all the game wraps, live stream information, photos, to do a whole package, Brian.
That's great.
All thanks to your efforts back when you were here as a student.
Thank you.
We wouldn't be where we are today without you. Lewis from outside, no.
Then we're making little by little steps, and I mean it's great. It's very good.
We'll be broadcasting all games, all 14 games at FNB Field, Brian.
I'm very excited for FNB Field, Paul, because we do some really good stuff there. It's a great partnership for the college, and overall, it's a great environment.
18-14 Knights have a 4-point lead. Quadir Allen for 3. Conti with the save. Back to Allen. What a play by Conti. And Philippe wide open. Man, he needed that one in the kiss off the backboard. Yeah. Extends the Knights lead to 7.
It was great, Paul. That was really good.
So here's my question, Brian. How different is it calling a game with me versus your dad?
Calling a game with my dad? I mean, my dad's in a similar situation as you. I mean, my dad coaches a lot of the kids that we call games for, so he has that one-on-one time with the kids, and he knows what they're doing. So,
traveling Nasir Cook turns the ball over, and the Knights with their largest lead of the game, 7-21-14, while Allen ties his shoe.
It's not bad. I mean, it's
well, I would hope
cool.
You wouldn't say that it's bad calling a game with me when I'm standing right next to you.
Well, I mean, I was going to say with my dad. That's why. But it's overall, we have a good time, and it's good to just get that one-on-one time with my dad.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're doing great for yourself. You can also find Brian out this summer at the Lancaster Barnstormers and Scranton Wilkes-Barre Yankees AAA team.
Oh yeah, the Rail Riders. We're doing good things. Brand new manager came in. We're looking good.
I would keep an eye on some of these players they're giving major league invites to, because if they don't make the big club, that's where they'll be.
Yep, exactly.
Who were some of the stars that you had through Scranton last year?
Peraza, Oswald, Peraza.
Wasn't Chapman there too?
I met Aroldis Chapman, great guy.
World Series champion with the 2016 Chicago Cubs.
Who else? Tim LaCastro is one. I met Didi Gregorius, when the Iron Pigs were in town, so it's been really cool getting to interact with some of these baseball players.
McFarland, the shot out of bounds. You see Gantz trying to give Conti some advice there, but nonetheless, still the Knights ball. This is what I love about the Knights. They're always max intensity.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they're up 7. They could get a little lackadaisical right now, but they're not doing that. Conti's looking like, wow, nice reverse, couldn't get it to go. Green with the rebound. Looks like the meaningful minutes will be here without Dukes today. Zahim from outside.
Oh, I like that shot.
And Manor calls it timeout. Looks like both teams, though, Brian, are only having a 7-person rotation. What impact is that going to have on both teams?
I mean, there's pros and cons to it. The pros are your guys are going to be in the group still, constant, getting different lineups out there. The cons of it, though, fatigue. Fatigue can be the big thing.
Well, in this time of year, lots of bumps and bruises.
And you know what? You can get those bumps and bruises taken care of with who, Paul?
Select Medical.
Select Medical. You know, they're all over Harrisburg. They're all over the area. They are the proud supporter and physical trainer of the Central Penn College Knights program. So give them a shout out. Check them out online. Give them a call. There's locations near you, and start your journey to recovery with Select Medical.
I tell you what, I injured my shoulder a little while ago. I'm going to have to go to Select Medical because I'm in serious pain over here.
Wow, that's.
I'm doing a little bit better.
I was going to say, I don't know
off.
what to say to them.
I got to go to physical therapy, so now I know where I'm going to go. You know, I'm not getting any younger over here, Brian.
Oh, I'm really a big fan of Select. I mean,
here with a dagger from 3.
Select is the same. They're the proud trainers for Bishop McDevitt, who I work with in the fall. So I mean, I'm proud. I'm very a big fan of Select.
Good ball movement here from the Knights. Lewis trying to find Conti. Ill-advised pass by Lewis, but Green really digging out 3 freshmen here on the floor. In Conti, Green, and Lewis, a sophomore. The drive to the hoop. Mayhew can't get it to fall, number 1. Another ill-advised pass going the other way.
Not a good pass there by the freshman.
Fortescue inside to Jackson. And that's what you don't want to have happen is back-to-back turnovers and then back-to-back scores going the other way when you have a 7-point lead.
I agree. To have having a turnover and then committing a foul, which leads to a 2 for Manor. That's not a good turn of events.
11.6 points per game. Dance ahead to Allen. And Allen can't get it to fall, and a big rebound by Manor. I can tell this is going to be an exciting game. You'll see Cook for Fortescue with the shot they're going to get. Who are they going to get the foul on? There's a couple guys down there. Looks like it's going to go on Lewis.
That's tough. That's tough there.
24-19. Knights playing to a 5-point lead.
Manor goes back to the line to shoot 2 more shots. So the Knights have to figure out ways to keep momentum on their side, Paul.
CentralPennKnights.com, the place for live scoring if you're watching us here live. If not, well, you can always go to CentralPennKnights.com for the box score. Although that would kind of spoil it if you didn't know the outcome.
That is true. That is true.
Nice shot there.
There you go. This is a 6-0 run by Manor, Paul.
So the Knights do have one more game at Williamson Trade this Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, and then that will be wide open for 3. The quick shot and buries it.
At this point, the Knights just had a fight, Paul. Play for pride, play for the student body. Just give it all you got.
Philippe and Gantz both with 9, and Allen with 4. Nasir Cook on the other side 7. Lorenzo Jackson with 5. Thanks to live stats from CentralPennKnights.com.
Skip pass, good pass.
What an acrobatic shot from Mayhew. Can't get it to go. Philippe just bobbled the ball a little bit, or he would have had an open shot. See, I can see why they're trying to take these threes. Mayhew can't get that one to go, but it's going to get the foul call on Philippe. Now, I can see why they're shooting from the outside, Brian, because basically they're cramming their whole 2-3 zone down in the paint.
That's
and they're leaving the guys out on the outside wide open to shoot.
So yeah, that's the big thing when you're on the 2-3. You want them to shoot a 3-point shot, and then when you flip it to a 3-2, obviously it tells you then go inside.
But I mean, they can't even get the ball inside because there's 3 or 4 Manor College Blue Jays inside there. 7:37 left. here in the first half. We'll play 2 halves today. Only a single game this week and one more single game broadcast for us on February 19th, next Sunday. That will be senior night for the Lady Knights. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like the men are going to have too much of a postseason opportunity, but the women are still in contention as Philippe shoots the 3 ball, and Philippe is on fire.
Good shot there by the senior.
Well, what's interesting about that, Brian, I wanted to wait to talk about this a little bit. Nate is going to be graduating. However, he does have one more year of eligibility left due to the COVID year. So I just want to say it remains to be seen if this is it. If it is it, Brian, after that 3 ball there from Mayhew, if it is it, Nate will go down in the history of our program as one of our most prolific scorers. I would love to see some of the historical numbers and where they stack up, but Nate is always going to remember it as a Central Penn Knight legend. But leaves the door open for him to come back.
Yeah, if you have that 1 year of eligibility left, I mean.
Claudia Allen for 3, can't get it to go. His shot's been a little off today. Did see him receiving some training pregame, so I wonder if he's got an injury. But I guess this time of the year, everybody's a little
banged up. Yep.
And that's where Select Medical can come into play.
Select Medical, yep, that's right.
Knights cling to a 6-point lead. Nice move inside. Cook. Cook's having a big game so far, Brian.
I was going to say, Paul, I was waiting to see if they called the foul on that one. That was a really close bang-bang play.
The Knights already with 6 fouls. And still 6:24 left. Sad to see Khalil Dukes miss the finale. Dukes on the season's been wonderful, the sophomore, so hopefully he'll be back next year. 20 games played, 18 starts, and 8.5 points per game. Dukes also contributed 4.2 rebounds and 2 assists. So definitely a key role player in what the Knights are trying to accomplish. .30, 25, 6:24 remains. Allen for 3, hits one.
Good shot.
I mean, the Knights can shoot with people from the outside, Ryan. I mean, if you look at Philippe shooting, this is an unbelievable statistic. 50% from outside. I mean, that's amazing numbers. You also got Claudia Allen at 26%. Duke shoots at 30, and Jaime at a 30% clip as well. Stepped out of bounds, but he didn't have the ball.
Tough play.
Call there.
Tough play, Paul.
Haven't had a chance to talk to you since the meltdown by the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh my goodness! Wow, thanks. I'm used to it. I was used to it.
So who do you got in the game?
Well, let's go with this. Who I want to win and who I think is going to win is not the same. I think gives it away.
I'm going with the Eagles.
I think they are going to win, but do I want them to win? No, I don't.
Well, not as a Cowboy fan, but see, I look at it the other way. I'd rather someone from my division win it. Lewis, the rebound after the Philippe missed 3 ball. Well, I hope everybody has a safe and enjoyable evening watching the big game tomorrow night.
I know I will. I'm ready. I'm excited.
Manor College has really played well the second part of this season, as we talked about earlier on the broadcast. You can't leave him wide open from 3. Fortunately, didn't go. Big rebound by Gantz.
That's a good rebound, Paul. That was a really good rebound.
Brian Gantz making a great case for player of the game right here. And as soon as I say that,
yeah, I do agree with you, Paul. He's playing lights out basketball.
I mean, he plays at all facets of the game. I mean, it's very impressive to watch him play. The floater there can get that one to go. Big rebound by DeMondre Green. Gantz ahead to Lewis. He's feeling it.
Hey, wow, that was a really good shot there.
That's 2 times in a row that Lewis buried a 3, and they called a timeout immediately. The Nightly News Media Club will bring you all of the Central Penn Knights home baseball games in 2023, including our triumphant return to FNB Field on City Island in Harrisburg. You will be able to find them on our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/CPC Nightly News or our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/CentralPenn. Always keep up with Knights athletics with the Nightly News. All you have to do is go to the @ symbol and Nightly News CPC, subscribe to our channel, it'll let you know anytime we're live. And Brian, we're working out arrangements to get you to be involved with our athletics events at FNB Field.
Of course, Paul. I mean, hey, that's like us. I mean, a baseball field and me are like, I think we're pretty cool at the end of the day. So, I mean, we'll make it happen like we did last year. We're getting those tops going and just got to make sure we get everything finalized and we can make it the best we can make it.
I will say, we were talking a little bit earlier, Brian, the Nightly News Hall of Fame celebration is actually going to be part of homecoming this year. More on that down the road as we continue ironing out those. But so we got to have you back. We're going to try to bring everybody back.
That'd be great.
Norm will be back. Jerry will be back. And we've got some wonderful people. I'm sure you might be able to figure out who some of those might be. But we're not at liberty to announce that.
Yeah, we're not. Oh, yeah. We still got half a year to go, Paul.
One of those people might be here next Sunday calling the final game of the season.
I don't know. That's up to you guys. I mean, we'll have to see.
Well, you're already in, so you don't got to sweat it.
I was going to say, I am not.
Manor College trails by 14. Nice play inside to Cook. Cook has been huge today for Manor College, but they still trail by 12. Dance to Philippe. And chance points no good. Mayhew runs the break. Uh-oh. For the Sescu. Can't get that one to go. He's been cold today as Hanior gets the rebound. Inside to Green. What a shot by DeModre Green. Extends the lead to 14 points. 41-27.
They're playing good basketball. They really are, Paul.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, the last few games that we have seen, they have played tremendously. They did lose to Penn State York, but even in that game, in a game where arguably they were overmatched, I mean, Penn State York was like 14-2 on the season, they still were in it until toward the end. But even prior to that, they had won their last 4 home games. So they play very well at home.
You're right, they do. They really do.
The ladies' team are going to try to win next week to go undefeated at home on the season, which I don't believe that's ever happened. You have to dig into the archive.
You will have, yeah.
Sescu can't get the second one in, but Manor the rebound by Cook.
Great offensive rebound.
Jackson.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
Offensive foul.
Yeah, Paul, I'm not sure if I agree with that one. I don't think the feet were set on that.
We'll take it.
I'm sure Coach Martin's very happy with it.
Well, the thing is we've had so many bad calls go against us this season that it's good to get one every once in a while, right?
Yeah.
As long as we're somewhere in the middle, you know?
Somewhere in the middle.
Knights lead by 13, 41-28 with 2:47 remaining here in the first half. Allen for 3, can't get that one to go. For the Sescu the rebound.
He wanted that shot, Paul. He was at the foul line for most of the possession, popped out.
Jackson, Dance goes for the steal, goes to Cook and can't get it to go. DeModre Green with the rebound. I'm just trying to see them. Green, the turnaround jumper. This is what I've been looking for from Green all season.
That's a good shot.
Bittersweet, Brian. This is the last game we'll be on for at least this season. Of course, we'll have you back next year.
Yep.
Hopefully have you on even as a guest for some of the baseball broadcasts, depending on what you have going on.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm excited. Oh, deep.
From way downtown. That was a really ill-advised shot down 15. Gates. Action.
I like that pump fake. That was good. Yep, that was the right call there.
Cheap foul on Gates.
Yeah, that was the right call. And you have 1:30 left. Did you go to the outdoor show at all, Paul?
No, but I did get to the farm show for the first time in a few years.
Look at that.
It was interesting.
It is interesting.
Not really my... You know, it'd be fine if it wasn't so packed. And I'm sure listeners out there are like, man, yeah, it's the farm show. It's going to be packed. But I don't know.
It's also not cheap.
I mean...
What is cheap?
What are you buying? I mean, all you got to do is pay for parking.
Well, the food's not cheap.
Well, food's not cheap anywhere you go. I mean, eggs are $6 a dozen.
Places it's more, yeah.
Well, I mean...
I would $7.50 for 18.
Wow. You used to be able to get that for $1.
Yep.
Inside Allen, instant double team, up and under. What
That was really good there. That was impressive.
What a play by Allen. That's just all athleticism right there. And basketball IQ taking on the double team. Gant sticks his hand out. Nate was a little slow to get over there, and again, another off-balance shot. That was an odd sequence.
I'll say, it looked like it could have been a foul, but it went in our favor. Oh, good shot.
Elite. And then looks like another timeout.
No, it looks like they're calling a foul.
Okay.
Basket counts still, but it is on CP.
Coach Leo Mahone for the Manor Blue Jays. Blue Jays have only one more game at Bucks County Community College.
We know them.
One of our rivals. Just sneak peek, I had Dalton Koller and Kevon Dalton on the podcast, and we talked a little bit about their 0-5 record against Bucks County last season. How they're going to turn that around this year.
Got to find ways to do that.
Jackson for three, no. Cook, the rebound. This Cook is an exciting player. And Nate comes up with it. Wanted to give a special thanks to Dalton Koller on production today, and myself and Nightly News Hall of Famer Brian Christiana. We will come back, about 24 seconds left. We'll come back after halftime. We'll go over some of the scores and talk about some key things here, Brian. But this is about as good of a first half as you could have hoped for.
Yeah, you can't argue. For 7 guys in the rotation.
Conti's had a couple important possessions. Zaheem Lewis with 2 threes. Conti from downtown. Looks like that might have been deflected. Jaime comes up with it. I think he had a little bit more time. He could have taken a few more dribbles there, Brian, but unfortunately didn't go. That being said, it is 47 to 30. The Knights lead by 17, trying to avenge that loss earlier this season to Manor at Manor. But Brian, as we think about it, what do we got to do in the second half to keep this momentum going and come out of here with the victory?
Got to keep the offense going, Paul. I mean, defensively, giving up 30 points and a half, not bad. So just got to keep the offense going and get some good possessions and some good baskets.
All right, we'll be back here with you in about 10 minutes or so, and we will join you from East Penn High School. Paul Miller and Brian Christiana. We'll see you after halftime. Paul Miller and Nightly News Hall of Famer Brian Christiana back here with you for the second half of Knights basketball, our home finale of the season. The Knights have been impressive. 47-30 over the Manor College Blue Jays here on Super Bowl weekend from East Pennsboro High School. Hopefully you all have a great day tomorrow. Taking a look at the Central Penn Knights scoreboard, Nasir Cook has been extremely impressive with 10 points and 3 rebounds, whereas Mayhew, number 1, has 7 points and 5 boards. For the Knights, Kobe Gantz is the story of the first half, Brian, with 12 points, 3 rebounds and 2 assists, and Nate Jean-Philippe, 3 of 6 from outside, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists for the season. And Cook with the big rebound there. Cook has been single-handedly keeping them in this game, Brian.
He has been. He's been playing really good basketball here. So again, good for them. Got to keep it going. Manor trying to really play catch-up here. Got to make your free throws, man. Got to make your foul shots.
On the season, the Knights, and I did check the website. Unfortunately, Thaddeus Stevens was a loss.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry.
According to the website, 7-15 on the season for the Knights. Jaime the ball fake. Gantz on fire in that first half. Wants to be the player of the game again. Great ball movement there for Philippe.
Good 3-point shot, Paul.
With all said and done, though, the Knights 500 the last 8 games. So, I mean, a big home win here. That's really going to set the tone for next season. Hopefully, they can close out the season at Williamson Trade this week on Wednesday. Jackson the cutter. What a play there by Jackson.
Yeah, good scoop, Paul. Good scoop there for the 2.
Lorenzo Jackson. Oh, Hugh can't make that shot. Jackson started 14, all 14 this year, 11.6.
That was close. I mean, it was a good effort there to try to save the ball. So, I mean, 18:37 left.
Well, we've seen crazier things happen.
Oh, yeah, Paul. Basketball's a game of runs. I'm sure at some point, just in all seriousness, Manor will go on a run, you know?
Well, in our last men's contest that we did against Cheney back in January, they had a huge lead in Cheney. I really wish that could have went. Probably will get credit with a rebound there, too, but unfortunately couldn't get it to fall. And the Knights still lead by 15 for Sesky.
Oh, good play.
How did you get the English on a shot like that?
Yeah, that was not an easy play there.
Sad to see the Knights. Such a promising season, full of injuries and loss of players. But we did have some great additions. Kobe Gantz being one of them here in the second half. Man, he is just out of his mind.
Yeah, he's hitting his shots today, Paul.
That puts him at 5 for 8 on the game. Inside to Cook. What a defensive play by Allen. All ball. Manor coach Leo Mahone not happy about that. Jackson, acrobatic play. So, and you can see that in some of the numbers here. Jackson, obviously an extremely athletic player, only shoots about 30% from the outside, so he takes some ill-advised shots like that one right there. I mean, he did get called for the foul there, but
yeah,
that could contribute to it.
Yeah, and again, Central Penn's playing tight defense here, pretty good defense. Again, but Manor's not executing, Paul. Gotta hit your shots.
Fortescue is the elder statesman on the floor, also leading the team with 18.4 points per game. He's had a down game by his standards, I'm sure. Number 12, in terms of the stats, Mr. Collins with 17.9 hasn't seen the floor today, doesn't appear to be with the team. Clock issue.
Yep.
Well, I want to take the time here, Brian, to thank, and I'll probably do this on our next broadcast, several people that have helped us do this broadcast. We're so long as next Sunday happens, we're going to have called every home basketball game for the first time in school history.
That's fantastic.
So that means a lot to us. I honestly lost track of how many games it's actually been at this point, but definitely in the double digits.
Yeah, you guys have made some really big steps.
And like I said, it's just wonderful to support the team and get to see these guys. Player Allen tripped out of bounds, turns the ball over, and Gantz and Jaime stopped the break. Jackson, I heard some contact there, but Fortescue no good. Nate was in position, just couldn't come up with it. But I wanted to thank some people. Number one, at the top of the list is you, Brian. This is your 5th game you've done this year. You're obviously an integral part of what we're doing here with Knights Broadcasting, and we just want to thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you very much, Paul. I'm very appreciative.
Jaime, the shot no good. I also want to thank Dylan Bowman, who's the Nightly News photographer. Talked a little bit more about him earlier. Looks like Allen's going to get the foul on Fortescue. But Dylan's done a terrific job. Wonderful, wonderful photography that comes along with all of our articles. Also wanted to thank Dalton Koller, Kevon Davis, who have also joined us on commentary this year, also our production team. So they've done just a wonderful job, and we'll look forward to seeing them on the Diamond coming up here on March 18th, the home opener.
I'm looking forward to baseball a lot. You say March 18th?
Yep, March 18th is the home opener at FNB Field.
Yeah, I'm sure you've noticed that baseball is starting relatively early this year.
Well, it's because it's warmer outside.
Yep, I mean, March 18th for college. There's Major League Baseball starts April 1st.
Their first game actually is February, I believe, 18th, but they're going on the road. The first home game will be on the road.
So you're going to say their next game is like in a week or so?
Yes.
Wow.
And of course, you can check out the schedule at centralpennknights.com. If you want to catch them on the road. Kobe Gantz, the rebound, the bounce pass up to Nate Jean-Philippe from downtown.
I like that pass there.
Hey, that was an assist, right?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Didn't touch the rim. It's like an alley-oop, you know? Fortescue, the floater. Andrew Hunter and Blake Myers, the Nightly News reporters, who write in the game wraps. This is their first year involved with the Nightly News, and they're doing some terrific work. I got to tell you, of course I'm partial, but I think that we are doing a terrific job. I'm so pleased of what we've managed to do this year. So I'm just so appreciative and happy that we've been able to pull this off this year, Brian, without really any issues.
Yeah, you guys are doing a good thing here, keeping kids involved, giving them the hands-on experience that they need to succeed.
I'd say the biggest issue is when the security guard didn't want me to bring in my pizza when I tried to give you guys lunch for one game.
Yeah, how about that?
But he ultimately did. Big 3-ball there from Nate Jean-Philippe extends the lead to 18, Brian. Now, Brian, when you've lost to a team like this earlier in the season, what does a big win like this mean?
Oh, it just means that, like, I think this is honestly, even though the players are, it's a big success for Coach Mark, because it shows that, you know what, you've improved from that loss, that experience, and what you're preaching to the players has led to success on the court.
I mean, you know, we said earlier that Kobe Gantz was making a push for the Nightly News Player of the Game, but Nate Jean-Philippe, really incredible here in the second half, you know, in the 4+ minutes that we've seen. So we go over to centralpennknights.com. Nate Jean-Philippe, 6 of 10 from outside, Brian, with 20, including 4 rebounds and 3 assists. Gantz still with 12, 5, and 4.
And keep firing.
Quadier Allen, 5 for 13 from the floor, 11 points, but also 7 rebounds and 5 assists. And DeMondre Green with 7. Zaheem Lewis with 6. So everyone who's played other than Conti at this point has scored. 2 for 3 for Zaheem Lewis has been a bright spot off the bench, and Zaheem checks into the game.
That's what I'm doing, Paul. I'm just going to keep shooting. Keep getting those shots up. He's an overall great leader for this team, so he's got to keep scoring.
I mean, I want to talk about records. A 50% three-point, with as many as he takes, I mean, if you're taking, you know, no offense to DeMondre Green, but he's attempting 0.1 three-point shot per game. Nate's attempting 5.5.
Yeah.
He's shooting 50%. I mean, that's got to be...
I talked to me.
That's got to be some type of record.
That was the right call there by the official. I'm sorry, Paul.
No, it's fine.
Went for the drive and it bounced off the knee, so good play there defensively.
Knights, 16-point lead with 15 minutes remaining in the Knights' home season. Zaheem Lewis from downtown. No good. Mayhew with the lay-in over Allen.
Over Allen, yeah.
Great to see the Knights have some very positive things going on. Allen's got another year of eligibility. Green, a freshman. Philippe, whispers of him returning.
Good play.
Gantz will be back, hopefully. I mean, if we can keep this team together and maybe build some additional assistants off the bench,
Yeah.
I think that we could really have something special here.
Yep, there's a lot of guys that really contribute to this ball club.
Well, Brian, don't forget the CPC Health Center is open every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. in Super Suite 127. And the best thing, no appointment is needed. Just stop by anytime the health center is operating. They can evaluate and assess minor illnesses and even provide free basic healthcare products and referrals to off-site specialists and providers. CPC Health Center.
I remember when I was working here at the college, that was one of the big initiatives. And we finally got it off the ground, so I'm glad to see it's still doing well for our students.
Absolutely, and I actually just read this week that we've brought in a full-time athletic trainer.
That is fantastic.
Absolutely. Brian, some major moves. I don't know if you've heard, and Gantz with the big steal. I don't know if you heard about this. We have several new sports teams. Philippe out of his mind.
Softball is on the way.
I saw golf potentially, track, cross country. We're really adding to the Knights athletics here. I'm really looking forward to what that could bring. I mean, it might be
Going to be the next for you guys, especially. I mean,
or you.
no, I mean,
Set us up, Brian.
softball's going to be a big. I'm interested to see where the games will be held. As I mean,
Field, maybe. Who knows? We're speculating at this
I don't
point.
know. I mean, softball. That's a great thing. Great way to try to get more people to come to college here and grow their academic and athletic career.
College athletics is just such an important piece of being a student athlete, you know, and we're happy to see that the Knights continue to expand the offerings in our athletics department. Of course, you can always reach out to at centralpennknights.com. I sound like a broken record, but there is a recruiting page. So if you're interested in not only the sports we do have, but the sports that we're under, centralpennknights.com under the recruiting tab. Well, Brian, it's 63-47. Gantz can't quite hit that free throw.
Missed them both. It's not like that, Paul.
Well, something I'm sure Gantz would tell you he'd like to improve is his free throw percentage. Only at 60% this season. Gantz still comes up with the loose ball there. Pushes it. He's got Orr wide open. And Orr cannot hit.
His shot's not on today, Paul.
Orr was asking for a foul and couldn't get back on defense. Cook, the big rebound and putback. And again, Cook is literally single-handedly keeping them in this game. Now, Sia Cook, the freshman, averaging 32 minutes on the season. Allen, they're going to get him on a travel on that.
That's the right call.
Now, how do you teach your players not to do things like that on a ball fake? It's a relatively simple
I mean, you
maneuver.
just gotta, honestly, yeah. It's really just, you gotta do it for them in a way to first show them how to do it, and then they just go for, oh, good shot.
Big shot there by Mayhew. He's also had a decent game, averaging 10.5 on the season. Allen, the drive. What a shot by Allen.
Good shot.
I mean, if that's there for him all the time, he's got the size and agility to make that. Inside to Cook, good D by Allen. Surprised he didn't get a foul call there, but again, we'll take it.
Again, we're under 12 minutes now, so we'll see what kind of momentum Manor tries to break.
Jackson the drive and tries to get it inside to Cook. Can't get it to fall. still lead by 13, but there's still plenty of time here left, Brian.
There is a lot of time left in this ball game.
Good crowd here for the final men's home game. About 60 people here. Allen can't get that one to fall, but Green inside to Gantz.
Good follow.
Green, the big rebound there, and Gantz came up with the loose ball again. Gantz has found himself with a lot of loose balls today. Jackson, the pull-up jumper, no good. Or the rebound to Philippe.
Oh,
and
beautiful
inside
pass.
to Allen. What a play by Nate Jean-Philippe.
Good pass there. Good pass.
That's what point guards do. You just can't say enough about Nate. I mean, you've gotten to know him as a person. Tell us a little bit about your impressions of Nate Jean-Philippe over the years.
Oh, I mean, the one thing I'll give him, he's very loyal. Loyal to the program, loyal to the school, and loyal to the people around him. So I know he's loyal to God as well. So that's good. That's good to hear.
I've gotten to know Nate, having him in class a couple times. I mean, I always say very similar things about him, but he's always just, his attitude is infectious, man. Like, in this day and age, it's not every day that we meet somebody who we know every day we see them is just going to have a smile on their face. And for many of us, I know it's difficult to have a smile on your face every single day, even in the face of some of the stresses that we deal with in our day-to-day life. Every time I see this guy, he's got a smile on his face, and he says hello, and he's got such a bubbly personality that he's going to go places in his life, because just having that kind of attitude makes a massive difference. I mean, you know, when you've worked with students over the years, a lot of times that's not the case.
You need to surround yourself by good people.
Yes.
That's what I mean. Surround yourself.
Shot clock issue here, 10:56. Knights lead by 16, 69-53. But we absolutely and selfishly hope to have Nate back next year. But should this be his last night in maroon and orange, well, we wish him all the best, and he will always be remembered by Knights Nation. Gantz, the hook, just a little off. He really wanted that one. Jackson, that really looked like an up and down. Corusescu can't get that one to go. Mayhew looking to make something happen here for Manor. So getting another potential travel. Jackson has just been really off today. He started off hot, but has not been able to maintain that. And Orr all the way to the hoop.
Good play there. Good play.
I mean, that was a good play coming back the other way by Mayhew. And somehow Green ends up with the loose ball. And Gantz to Philippe.
Oh,
just short.
You think he's going to hit it every time at this point.
Well, when you're shooting 50%, it's like a coin flip.
Yeah.
I mean, what a tremendous, I mean, I just can't get over, I mean, Nate, 19.7 points per game on the season. Also averaging 3 assists, 2.4 rebounds. Started 19 contests.
Another foul there on Manor, Paul.
No, I believe it was another shot clock violation.
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. Technology, when it works, it's great. But when it doesn't.
Lewis just keeps firing. Now 2 for 5 from deep. McFarland here, number 2. Diagne, number 20. And McFarland from the corner.
Good shot.
So, Brian, when are you making adjustments here? I hate to call it like a prevent defense, but where are you making adjustments here when you have this kind of a lead?
How do you make adjustments?
Like how are you sort of softening up a bit?
I mean, right now, I wouldn't soften up at all. Keep the foot on the gas. Just try not to. Just keep playing
over there by Cook.
Just keep trying to have Manor get turnovers and not score.
I guess what I was saying is, does your defensive strategy change depending on how much you're up?
They're going 2-3. I don't know what more. To me, that's softening up compared to a man defense. Here's a flats play. The most popular play to go against a man defense. That's what.
Talk to us about what that is, Brian.
I mean, it's down screening and then cutting across. That's simply all it is. I mean, it's down screening and cutting across.
And that's why you tune in for analysis like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's
and that's why you're in the Hall of Fame, Brian. Inside the Gantz, trying to hang on to it. He looked like he got the shot off there. Only 4 left on the shot clock.
He got fouled pretty hard there.
Shot clock remains at 4 as the Knights cling to a 17-point lead. Again, we'll be back here with you 1 o'clock next Sunday. There won't be any football on, so you can tune in. 1 o'clock, the Lady Knights will play their home finale. See if they can get to the postseason, Brian.
Yeah,
Lady Knights have been on fire, going for an undefeated record at home.
That was the one thing, I mean, since when I was here, the men made the playoffs one time. I mean, the women were so close multiple times to making it. Hopefully they can do it now, Paul.
That looked like it had a shot for McFarland. A 19-point lead for the Knights with 8:05 left. Or the cut. Couldn't quite come up with it.
It's the right call there, blue ball.
Manor is just, every single time it looks like they're getting ready to make a run, Brian, they just make a mistake.
Exactly. Manor could easily be closer in this game.
But yet they trail by 19. Again, I don't want to...
Here it is again. Here it is, Paul.
Conti from deep. Hits it. Big shot. Aiden Conti. I believe Conti now has 5. Getting some great contribution from both Lewis and Conti. Again, both on their first year with the team. Diagne. Oh, for 3. Back to 19. We got up to as many as 22. And for the Knights this year, again, it was tough sledding in this 4-month season, starting in November.
Good play.
What a play there. First game of the season back way on November 5th. It's about 3.5 to 4 month long season, and certainly a lot has transpired. Certainly when you compare who we have this year versus last year, really only Orr and Philippe are on the floor from that lineup last year. Wide open from the corner. But Holman, you can't get that to go to the freshman. And the Knights lead by 19 with 6:19 left. Green getting ready to check back in.
Uh-oh, turnover.
Got his pocket picked with Holman. And they're going to get Orr for the and 1.
Those calls are always tough because it's bang, bang. It's a 50-50 shot, Paul.
Orr working on the knee here, and he will come out.
Philippe has 29 points.
Wow. Well, he's certainly in line for player of the game, that's for sure. I think that's an excellent point. Let's hear a little bit more about CentralPennKnights.com.
29, 6 assists, Quadre Allen, 15 and 8. And then Kobe Gantz, 14 and 8 as well.
Great all-around effort here from the Knights, and this is what you love to see. Late in the season.
going to the side, then it's going to be an up.
And
Wow.
Allen
Good shot.
Allen wants a shot at that Nightly News Player of the Game.
He now has 17. Oh, good shot.
Holman on the season, the freshman, only started one game, only averaging 15.3 minutes and 1.2 points a game, is taking this game over right now. He's scored the last 7 points and has a chance to make it 8. Again, if it's not for this guy and Cook, hard to say where Manor might be. Free throw short. Allen picks it up.
Here it is. And he just yelled flat, so there you go.
And Green, the turnover off his hands. Does seem insurmountable, but you never know. That was
Pick
close
it out,
to
skip
it.
past.
Cook the
Good
jumper.
shot.
And this is where Martin now wants a timeout.
Manor called timeout.
Oh, wow.
Manor did call timeout after that.
You know, I have to be honest with you, I don't see Coach Gary Martin calling too many timeouts.
No, I mean, right now, like, in this instance, just you want the clock to keep rolling. You just want to keep this game going. So.
Well, this will probably be our last break. So, Brian, I want to tell you again how much and how thankful I am that you've joined us this year. We've had a wonderful team, and we're looking forward to you being involved in our baseball game day crew. So,
very excited.
Keep doing what you're doing. If you're out at the Lancaster Barnstormers or Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders this summer,
I'll be there.
Say hello to Brian.
Say hello. Yep, say hello.
But yeah, we will. We are looking forward to returning to FNB Field this season for 12 home contests. We'll also have 2 at In the Net for a special contest there, but 12 contests at FNB Field. I mean, it's really, you're used to it, right? You've gone into some of the other minor league stadiums, but for me, it's really a career highlight to be able to call these games at FNB. I'm no Terry Byram, but
no, I mean, that's a big deal. That is a really big deal. I mean,
they're gonna get Gantz for the foul there.
No, that's on Manor.
Okay,
it's a block. Yep. But no, I mean, that is a really big deal, and especially for someone like you being from Harrisburg. I mean, that's a home field.
I was born in Harrisburg Hospital, right across the river. I probably could have looked out my window and seen the stadium back then.
So I mean, that's a huge deal for you. That really is, and I mean, you get to do something you really enjoy doing, and you get to be, when you get that opportunity, you are considered a professional then. So.
Allen, what a play inside. Cook got a piece of him, and Allen goes to the line. I mean, I think Allen would probably tell you today that his shot has struggled, but that's the thing about Allen is he can contribute in so many other ways that even if he is having a poor day from the field, he still can really impact the game.
Yeah, and that was a late call there on the foul. Yeah, it wasn't even.
Have you ever thought about getting in any type of officiating?
No, we've talked about this before. Never will I.
Fortescue from outside. He's been off today as well. Allen can't quite come up with it. Looked like he got poked in the eye. The back tap from Green.
Got to make your layups, Paul.
I mean, I think if you go back to the tape here for Manor, they probably gave. They're going to get Philippe on that one. When you look back at this game for Manor, there's got to be at least a dozen points they've left on the floor, not making their free throws, not making easy layups.
Yeah, this game should be much less of a difference.
I mean, this is definitely a closely matched contest, but the Knights have just managed to get a lot of the bounces.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Can't deny that, Paul. Can't deny that.
Lewis checks back in as the Knights commanding this game 85-67 with 4:32 left here in the second half. The Nightly News Hall of Famer Brian Christiana.
Thank you, Paul.
Definitely looking forward to having all of the former inductees join us.
Oh yeah,
this season.
It's going to be a great time, like you said, in the fall and during alumni and homecoming weekend. They call the block. I just can't believe it'll be 2 years at that point, though, already.
2 years since you graduated?
No, 2 years since I was done.
Oh, okay. Yeah, looks like we're gonna do them every other year. So this will be our 3rd class.
Wow.
And some heavy hitters coming this time, Brian. We already teased one of them, but I'm sure you can figure out some of the others. 4:22 left here in the 4th.
I was just saying what everyone else in the arena thought. They didn't stop the clock. But now it's caught up, so yeah, no, I mean, there's always exciting things going on, so I'm interested to see who you guys bring in. We're going to celebrate, have a good time on some accomplishments, and have a great time.
I'm sure Tyler Coleman is excited for tomorrow's game as the resident Kansas City Chiefs fan here with the Nightly News.
Yeah.
Well, now that we have sort of a break in the action, again, congratulations goes out to Nate Jean-Philippe. All we're really going to say is he is preparing to graduate, and he does still have a year of eligibility left, and so considering ways that he might be able to use that last year, whether it be continuing. Congratulate him on his pending graduation.
Yeah, for sure.
Regardless of what his situation is.
Huge
That's an accomplishment.
Huge accomplishment. Huge celebration for sure. So it's a great day it'll be a great day for him and his family.
And what a way to go out. I mean, this could be, at least for this season, his last home game. I mean, he certainly showed up today. Look, shot by Orr. Another good move there, strong to the hoop. There's another one of those. Even though they did get the putback there, Brian, Mayhew absolutely had the opportunity to make that first layup. Gantz to Lewis. Taking your advice, Brian. Can't get it to go.
Good pass.
And there is Holman. Again, this has got to be a career game at this point.
That was a great pass.
Holman's got 9. We will announce the Nightly News Player of the Game here in just a couple of minutes, where we're leaning at this point.
Yeah, Cook for Manor has 23 points and 7.
Orr, what a second half here for Orr.
Great shot.
Philippe with 29. Allen with 20. Gantz with 14. Gantz has been quiet here in the second half, but still 9 rebounds for Gantz. For the Sescu, no good. There's number 10. Double-double for Gantz. And Orr pushes it again. He's feeling it. That would have been he's on fire like NBA Jam.
NBA Jam, yeah.
They're going to get him for a travel, McFarland. So we talked about this earlier this year, Brian. Even though Cook at 10 of 17 and 23 points, Mayhew 4 of 12, Fortescue 3 of 14, Jackson 3 of 12.
Yeah.
I mean, they're from the floor. They're just not shooting well. And Nasir Cook 2 of 6 from the free throw line, Mayhew 2 of 4, and Jackson 2 of 5. So right there's a good 8 points left at the line. Fortescue to steal, goes coast to coast, and Orr can't stop him.
That was a good layup. Good layup.
2 minutes left, 15-point lead. Can Nate hit the 30 mark? He just needs one more bucket. Conti. And Orr almost had it. And Gantz comes up with the rebound. What an amazing play by Gantz and Conti for 3. Man, those a little slick on the top of those rims there. Fortescue for 3. And as many as 22, Brian. Too little, too late, or do you think there's still a shot?
I'm going to say a little too late. You know what I mean? Like I mean, a 12-point lead is good, but yeah, I mean, 12-point lead with a minute 21 is a little tough. And Nate Jean-Philippe at the line. So
just needs one here for 30. And he got it. 30 points for Nate Jean-Philippe. And makes it 31. And it's nice to see when you have that kind of a lead that you still get enthusiastic about hitting a free throw. And Nate, could that be the last time we see Nate on the floor here at Central Penn, Brian?
Could be. And I mean, overall, he should be very proud of himself. Great game here today.
Wojciechowski from the corner had to heave it. And Green, the rebound. Down to 1 minute, Brian. Well, Conti inside. I bet he wished he would have handed that one home. Brian, let's, as the game comes to a conclusion.
We even have to say, Paul, I think we all know who it is.
It's time to announce tonight's Nightly News player of the game, Brian.
31 points.
Who are we going with?
Oh, 31 points himself.
Well, you gotta give him a shout out. Nate Jean-Philippe, the Nightly News player of the game. Brian, 31 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, including 7 of 12. And, you know, I have to be honest, going into the first at halftime, I really thought Gantz was the leader. Gantz just, and again, another huge block there from Gantz. Played great defensively. Only 1 basket in the second half for Gantz. But Nate Jean-Philippe, 7 of 12 from behind the arc and 31 points on the way to a Knights victory here with 20 seconds left. The Knights still lead by 16. That's the steal. Up ahead to Lewis. Zahim Lewis off the bench with a huge effort. Wojciechowski got ahead of the defense, just to try to be respectable here at the end. But amazing note, 95-79.
Yep. Good game, Paul, and just want to thank everyone for listening and watching.
Brian, again, thank you so much to the Knights. Thank you so much to our crew. Thank you so much to Nightly News Hall of Famer Brian Christiana, Dalton Koller, Kevon Davis, Dylan Bowman. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and we just want to thank you all so much. Join us next Sunday, February 19th at 1 o'clock for the finale of the ladies' games. But for Nightly News Hall of Famer Brian Christiana, thank you again for joining us this season.
All right, thank you again, Paul. Ready for baseball.
All right, we will see you again next Sunday, February 19th at 1 o'clock for the ladies' game. Until then, thanks for watching Knights basketball.